everyone. Welcome and welcome back to JSM Podcast, where we dive deep into the world of entrepreneurship and personal growth. Here is episode 102, and I'm so glad that you tuned in with me on today. I pray everyone had and is having an amazing day. I'm Jess, and today we're exploring an often overlooked aspect of success: building in silence. Yes, building in silence. I know you hear that often, but I'm about to break it down why it is so important and why it is power in building in silence. First, understanding building in silence. Building in silence means working on your goals and your projects without seeking immediate validation or sharing every step with the world. You do not have to share everything with the world. You do not have to share everything with anybody. So let's get that clear first. I know sometimes you want to tell people, but you don't have to. I live by everything speaks for itself. You don't have to show people this. You don't have to tell people this. You don't have to do that. You just, some things just keep to yourself first and foremost, but you don't have to share everything with the world. Why it matters? It allows you to focus deeply without external pressure or distractions. Because when you seem to tell people things, distractions come, input come. Building in silence fosters deep focus by creating an environment free from external pressures and distractions. Without noise and interruptions, you can immerse yourself in your thoughts and ideas, allowing for greater creativity and problem solving. See, this solitude encourages clarity, more focus, enabling you to fully engage with your work and process complex concepts. Additionally, silence can reduce anxiety and stress, leading to a more productive and fulfilling experience. I'm telling you, you trying to and you want to eliminate as much stress as possible, y'all. You already gonna have stress for days in business, so you trying to eliminate as much anxiety and stress as possible. And that's one of the ways is building in silence, so you don't have to hear from somebody input, that person input and stuff, And there are benefits in building in silence. The benefits of building in silence, it's a lot of benefits. First, focus and productivity. That's one benefit of it. Less distraction from external opinions can lead to better concentration and more effective work. For me, I can't work really under stress or under a lot of noise. An example, when launching a tech company, for an example, startup as an entrepreneur may find that constant input from friends and industry peers create confusion and distraction. Those industry peers be the most distraction. But by choosing limit external opinions during this initial development phase, you can concentrate on refining your product and your business model. This focus effort leads to a clear vision and more efficient execution, ultimately resulting in a stronger market entry. So try to eliminate that outside noise, y'all. I can't explain how important it is. And also another benefit is authenticity. Creating without the others' expectations helps ensure your work remains true to your vision. Not their vision, but your vision. An example, let's say you start an Airbnb business, okay? As a host, you may choose to design your space based on your personal experiences and local culture rather than following a generic trend. In business, don't follow trends. I know on social media you hear a lot about trending and trends and this, get on this trend. But in business, y'all, you want your own trend. So by creating a unique atmosphere that reflects your authentic style, like incorporating in the Airbnb business, incorporating handmade decor, that may be your style. So you want to bring handmade decor to style your place, right? And local art. That way you can offer guests a genuine experience based on you and your style. This commitment to authenticity not only differentiates your listing, but also attract like-minded travelers, seeking a true sense of place. So if they're looking for, you might find people who, like, let's say you want to decorate your Airbnb, nothing but purple decor. You're going to find travelers out there who love purple, and they looking for, your listing going to catch their eye. They're going to want to book with you because they love purple. They can, like, relate to it, you know? So you want to do everything based on you and your style. And another benefit is reduced pressure. Basically similar to anxiety and stress. But keeping your plans private can minimize stress and pressure, allowing you to develop your ideas organically. You want to develop, like I just said, your strategic plan based on what you want and how you want your business to be ran and operated. An example, launching a food truck. Let's say when launching a new food truck, an entrepreneur decides to keep their plans private until they're fully developed by avoiding the pressures of public expectations and constant questions. You know how people go keep asking, well, how's it coming along? Or what kind of menu you have together? Something like that. You know, you ain't got time for that. You in the process of building. And so you don't want public expectations and constant questions. Focus on perfecting your menu and business model. This reduced pressure allows for organic growth and creativity, ultimately leading to a more refined concept that stands out when they finally launch. So when you finally launch your business, you want it to be a concept made, a business model made based on you and what you like and how you want it to be. So when you finally launch it, it meets your expectation, not nobody else. I mean, if you like what I got over here, then the service, then you welcome to be a customer or whatever. But if you don't, go to who, you gravitate to. But keeping plans private allows the owner to set a realistic launch timeline without pressure from friends and family, because you have a lot of friends and family don't even know what they're talking about, but they want to give their input. No. That's okay. Keep it to yourself. Thank you, but no thanks. And they don't understand sometimes. You're not trying to be rude by keeping secret. It's not a secret, but that's just how you operate it, in silence. So let's talk about strategies for embracing silence. Okay, the first strategy could be set clear goals. Define what you want to achieve and plan your approach privately. So that the first thing you want to do is set your clear goals. Define what you want to achieve and plan your approach privately. Steps to setting clear goals could be: 1, define your objective. Start. You can also start with the specific outcome you want to achieve. An example, let's say I want to start a physical fitness training business, right? So you want to make it smart, right? So, and by doing that, what I mean is you want to ensure your goal is specific, which means clearly define what you want to accomplish. And again, an example, launch a personal training service targeting clients in the age range 25 to 40 in your local area. So that's a specific, defined accomplishment that you want to do, right? You got a certain age group you're targeting. You got a certain area you're targeting. So that's an example of setting a clear goal for a clear accomplishment. That's one. The next one is measurable, meaning identify criteria to measure your progress. An example, and I'm giving you an example with all of them just in case you don't really understand what I'm saying when I say that. But an example of that is I want to sign up 10 clients within the first 3 months. So that's a measurable progress. You give yourself a number. So I want to sign up 10 clients in the first 3 months. And the next step could be achievable, which means you want to ensure your goal is realistic based on your resources and skills. So I don't want to set goals based on my competitor. I want to base on my resources and my skills. An example, leverage your existing fitness certification and experience. So leveraging your existing fitness certification and experience is an example. The next one is irrelevant, aligning your goal with broader career objectives. And what that means, an example of that is build this business as a step towards a long-term career in fitness coaching. So this business is going to be built as a step to get me to something else. So it's going to be towards a long-term career in fitness coaching. Another goal in setting clear goals could be time-bound. Set a clear deadline. An example, I want to launch it by June the 1st, 2025. Give yourself a deadline. The next, you want to break it down. I talked about this before on a previous video as well, on like breaking stuff down into small manageable tasks, but this is similar to it. You want to divide the main goal into small manageable tasks. And an example, research the market and your competitors. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to research the market before you put out any money or anything. You want to research the market and your competitors. You want to develop a training program and pricing. Now, we're talking this based on an example of opening up a physical fitness training center, okay? You want to develop training programs and pricing, your price list. You want to create a marketing strategy and materials. So those are a few examples. And that, like I said, I just give you an example of a physical fitness business, but relate to your industry and your category. And another thing is create a timeline. Similar to what I say, a deadline, but this is a timeline. It's kind of different. Deadline is I want it open, I want it to launch by this date. But you want to establish deadlines for each task, not just my launch task, but each task. An example, you want to complete market research by January the 15th, 2025. So remember, the deadline, I want to launch June 2025, but let's create the timeline. First, I want to complete the market research by January 2025. Then I want to finalize training programs by March 2025, March the 1st, 2025. Then I want to launch marketing efforts by April the 1st, 2025. So you want to create yourself a series of deadlines within a timeline before that launch deadline. You get what I'm saying? Next is monitor progress. Okay, you want to always monitor your progress in anything that you do. Keep a track and adjust your plan as needed though, because sometimes stuff will need adjusting. But reflect weekly to assess what's working and what isn't. An example, review client inquiries and adjust marketing strategies based on feedback. So if something ain't based on your client's feedback, if something ain't working, you want to adjust that marketing strategy. How you going to remarket this? Because marketing is the key, and that's with everything. If something ain't working, that's with anything. With social media, anything. Something ain't working, let's find out what ain't working. Let me go and tweak it and let me adjust this a little bit, see what can work. The next thing, you want to stay flexible. Be open to modifying your goals based on progress and challenges encountered. So, for an example, if a client interest is low, reassess your target demographic or adjust your marketing approach. And by following these strategies, you can effectively pursue your goal of starting a physical fitness training business. Yes. So, and I'll give you the example based on that. But again, line it up to what industry. But you want to start on your fitness training business while embracing the power of silence in your planning process. So whether it's a physical fitness training business, whether it's food truck, whether it's a brokerage business, whether it's a call center, whatever it is, you want to embrace the power of silence in your planning process. And by following this structured approach, you can clarify your vision, and systematically work towards achieving it. Y'all understand how I broke it down and stuff. If not, then I can always do another video trying to break it down on my regular business video that I put up. If you just let me know in the comments if you need clarification on anything that I said. And another approach is like create a dedicated workspace. That's very important. Create a dedicated workspace. Find a space where you can work uninterrupted and focus on your projects. Me personally, I love going into our office. My husband loves going into staying at our home office. I do that, but I feel like I have so much stuff home to do. Creating a dedicated workspace involves a few key steps. So whatever works for you. To me, I concentrate better that way. But you want to choose the right location, and that's with anything when you're looking for location. But of course, in the physical fitness business, for example, you will have to get something off of away from home. So you want to find the location that works for you, and that's going to work. That's going to minimize any distractions, whatever type of business or industry it is. You want, depending on again your industry. You want to designate the space. So you want to set aside a specific desk or table for work. These are little basic stuff in the beginning. This helps create some mental association between that space and productivity. Like my away from home office, I love to put it in. I like for it to be at home, but not at home. You know what I mean? So yeah. But you want to do that so you can focus more. Whatever you know how you can work. You probably can got a dedicated space at home that you can work to that is not with very little distractions. So it depends on what industry too, because some industries you will have to get away from home office. Minimize distractions by remove unnecessary items from your workspace, any clutter. Keep only essential tools like your computer, notebooks, and any materials relevant to your projects. And that's where I mess up at, because I always put home office out. I like to always put stuff all over the desk. It be organized, but it be a lot of stuff. That could be confusing too, y'all. But only you know how you can work, whether you need a more clean environment or, whether that will make you less distracted or something. So you want to invest in a comfortable chair. That matters. You don't believe it or not, that matters. If it's an industry that you're sitting at your desk a lot, you want to make sure you're comfortable. You focus. You want to prevent any type of discomfort doing any type of long work sessions. You may be sitting at that desk for a long time, so you want to make sure you're comfortable in doing so. Also, you want to set boundaries. Communicate with others in your home about your work hours to minimize interruptions if you're working from home. Consider using a do not disturb sign if needed. You can personalize your space. Add elements that inspire you, like plants, artwork, color, motivational quotes. All of that while ensuring they don't become distractions. So you don't make sure you don't become distracted. And I say those things. Those are just some little tips into helping your space become you and helping you eliminate distractions. You want to establish a routine. Use this space consistently, developing a routine that signals your brain it's time to focus. So when I go sit at this desk, my brain knows it's time to focus, such as starting with some people may start with a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but some people need their coffee to start going in the morning time. So once they sit at the desk with their coffee, their brain already know it's time to get to work. Or if you got a specific playlist you like to keep, and my husband, he loves to have like slow music in the back, very low music. Yeah, that's how he concentrates. But by thoughtfully creating and maintaining a dedicated workspace, you can enhance your ability to concentrate and be productive. So that's the main key. That's the main goal. Concentrating, being able to concentrate and being productive. Because if you concentrate and you're being productive, you're getting somewhere. And that's the goal. We want to get somewhere. We don't want to just have a business. We want to get somewhere. We want it to be successful. We want it to be helpful to us. You want it to get somewhere. And again, like I love to say, the end goal. And the next thing, it depends on what industry, y'all. But in some industry, you want to limit social media exposure. Reduce the time spent on social media to avoid distractions and temptation to seek validation. Is one reason to eliminate social media exposure. Me personally, any business that we ever had or have, I don't need social media for it. I just got on social media because I wanted to do a business academy and just started tapping into the social media realm. But any business that we have ran or running, I don't need social media for it. And the next thing is successful figures. There are some companies that are successful that thrive by working quietly behind the scenes before making their big reveal. Some of the companies that you know or see every day. Guess what? A lot of them work quietly before they even did their big reveal, whether you know it or not. Apple is one. I did my research. Companies, work quietly behind the scenes before they did a big reveal. And these are two that I came up with during my research. Apple. When I researched it, they say before launch of the iPhone, Apple worked in secrecy for years. They say developing the product away from public scrutiny. This buildup of anticipation contributed to its massive success. You know how successful Apple is, but doing my research, they was one of the companies that built in silence before their big reveal. Gmail, Google developed Gmail in secret for several years before its public launch, but this allowed them to create a robust platform that exceeded user expectation upon release. So that was another company that worked secretly in building something behind the scene before they revealed it to you all and to the world. And these examples illustrate how working behind the scenes can lead to significant achievements and impactful reveals. And those are two companies I research and give to y'all as an example. However, with me, I believe in, and everybody's different, so that's why I'm telling you this. I believe in the big reveal. I don't need that. Because again, our business don't have to have a big reveal, but meaning if I'm working building in silence, I'm gonna keep it in silence even after it don't open. I believe in building in silence. I also believe in keeping it in silence even after it is built, launched, and so forth. Because we have had business for years, and some of my family, they don't even know until maybe we done sold the clothes and go move on to the next, But so building in silence before your big reveal is very powerful. It's power in building in silence before you reveal anything. But if you got a business that you don't have to reveal, it's not nothing that customer or public, you need public as clients or customers, something like that, you don't need to do a big reveal. It's up to you. But me, my husband, and I firmly believe in the power of quiet manifestation. So that's why we intentionally choose not to share our goals publicly. Not out of secrecy. So it's not just about we trying to be secret. No, it's not about that. That's just our belief. And as means to maintain focus and clarity, for one, and by keeping our aspirations private, we create a space where we can concentrate on our intentions and nurture them without external noise or distractions. This approach allows us to connect more deeply with our goals. By choosing to keep our plans private during the initial steps, we created a focused environment to brainstorm, to refine our ideas. For instance, when we face challenges in determining our service offering, we were able to have candid discussions without outside pressures. We are, again, and I know I said that on last time, we believe in business partners, it is us. Us against the world, I believe in just us. Keep everything in house. But this led us to tailor our services to meet the specific needs of our target market more effectively. Family dynamics is very important to me, especially in business as well. Business is not no different than personal, but family dynamics is very important dynamic. Each family member contributes uniquely in some type of way, and insights, allowing us to brainstorm together. Kids would have been young at that time, I guess, but they was into family business meetings at that time. We used to have it on Sundays. After church or late that evenings, after we done ate, we used to have in this, we call it the football sitting room. That's where our family Sunday business meetings always been held. But that it helped us to brainstorm together and support one another through challenges and everything. Get input. And you want to also let your kids hear that and see that so they can know what's going on too. So when in their endeavors in the future, they can know how to operate too. And this shared involvement has created a strong sense of ownership and commitment to our goals. And celebrating our achievement as a family has also deepened business relationships, meaning teaching your kids how to conduct business relationships. And every milestone reached is always a victory, y'all. You don't care how small. I don't care how small the milestone that you reach is, y'all. It is a time for celebration. In our journey of quiet manifestation, building in silence, we've encountered some misunderstandings from others when you don't build in silence. So that's why, too, you want to manifest quietly. Some people struggle to grasp like our choice to keep our goals private. Like we come up with saying, oh, they want to keep stuff a secret or this or that. They don't want to tell about what they do. It's not that, but if you feel that's what it is, then feel how you feel. I'm not there to change your mind. Some things you may not even want to be the face of. So don't be the face of it. But that's the gym, and again, that's for another episode. You don't have to be the face of everything. Look at a lot of these companies out here. You think such and such was the owner, they just was the face of it. You just got to be business and know what to talk about and what not to talk about. What I'm gonna tell you you just want to know. Like I said in last week's episode, faith in business, we learn to trust our process because if God give it to us, give us the vision, I know it's gonna come through. And this method has allowed us to cultivate a focused mindset free from outside influences that could introduce doubt or negativity. And we don't bring doubt or we don't bring negativity into any of our business or endeavors. So that's another reason we do not share. And that's why we stay positive. And by keeping our intentions within our family, we can discuss and refine our visions without the noise from other opinions that may sway you to change this up or change that up. And then down the road, you shouldn't change that. Oh, I should have just went with my mind. No, that'll eliminate that. And that could sometimes derail your focus or your clarity. And this approach has empowered us to stay true to our vision, ensuring that our decisions align with values, and not only just values, but our values and long-term goals. Because we always believe in the business that we ever had, it always been a business to create another business, And this is for another episode and another day. But I always believe in building a business to sell a business. And we'll talk about that in another episode. I always look at it like one business could always open a door to another. So also this quiet approach has enabled us to establish systems that allow us to work remotely. You want to create some businesses that you don't have to be physically there. You could be sleeping. You done created something that could still make you revenue while you're sleeping, while you're traveling, therefore. And provide you with flexibility and a peace of mind. More so, this journey has fostered substantial personal growth for our entire family, involving our children in planning and decision making. Processes has helped them like develop critical skills such as adaptability and like teamwork. You could take those characteristics and all of that and put them in different industries and in their category along their way down the road in their adult life. But it taught them the core principle of those critical skills. You know what I mean? Importance of pursuing your passion with focus and determination. So no matter what business is or what career field you're in, the main goal is you want to have passion and focus and determination. So whatever you're doing is you want to pursue it with passion, focus, and determination. We will go away for a weekend or a week or whatever it is. And you say, I got to be back this day because I got to be there for this. I got to have this, check on this before Monday. So I got to come back. We got to get back early Sunday. Stuff like that. I don't want to rush. I come back when I want to go back. And so if I'm away for 2 weeks or whatever, I want to know that I'm still, my businesses or my endeavors of stuff are still operating, without me having to be physically present. I can do it from wherever I'm at. So however, we still work hard, if not harder, especially mentally, but the difference is not physically having to be present or rush back, like I just say, from a weekend or a week away, As we come to the end of this episode, 102, the power of building in silence, I encourage others to consider the value of quiet manifestation. I know I know sometimes how bad you want to tell it. You want to broadcast it because you're excited. But you got to remember, everybody not excited for you. And sometimes you can let in negativity too. So, but think of the end goal. And when you think of the end goal, you don't want to tell. You got to keep your mouth closed and don't say nothing. Just work on it. You know, especially have you ever encountered this? Because I did plenty of times, and I know you probably did as well. But especially sometimes you're in a conversation with somebody, not a business conversation, just it go business, but it ain't like you at this, business meeting or something like that. But you just talking randomly with somebody in conversation, and they say something about the very business you are currently running, or that you're in the process of starting. But you can't say nothing, right? So you either try to get off on the subject, or either go along with the conversation, but you can't say nothing because you build it in silence. But just spoke on the same business that you doing or about to start, like telling you, like just throwing suggestions out there. You already doing it. But anyway, I invite you to explore this strategy if you haven't already and see how it can empower you on your journey. Trust the process, believe in your vision, and watch how it unfolds in meaningful ways. And it will. Thank you all for tuning in to JSM Business Podcast for episode 102, The Power of Building in Silence. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're watching on a podcast platform, leave me a review. If you're watching on YouTube, leave me a comment. And until next time, keep building and stay focused. I pray you have a safe, blessed, productive, and an amazing week. And remember, you got this, whatever your this is, and God got you. And I'll see you all on the next episode. Bye.